To throw right away is Howell. And that's complete to Huff. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Looking to throw. Dawson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk. I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Dawson, middle of the field to Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now try to pick it up on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
To throw on 2nd down, Dawson. He finds his man, complete. That's Crawford. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dawson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Operating from the gun, Dawson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. On 4th down, Dawson. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Hands it off out of the gun. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 1st down, Dawson eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Dawson. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. That time a 9-play drive, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. Caught. It's Huff. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.